May 3, 2007. A small resort town in Portugal. A family vacation that should have been forgettable became the most heavily reported missing persons case in modern history. Three-year-old Madeleine McCann went to bed in a ground-floor apartment and vanished. No signs of forced entry, no witnesses, just gone. Welcome to Last Seen Online. Praia da Luz, a quiet beach town on Portugal's Algarve coast. The McCann family arrived here on April 28, 2007, for a week-long holiday with friends. The Ocean Club Resort offered childcare, but the McCanns and their friends chose a different arrangement. At 9:05 p.m., Jerry McCann checked on the children. All three were asleep. At 9:30 p.m., another friend checked the apartment from the outside. Everything appeared normal. But at 10 p.m., when Kate McCann entered the apartment for her check, she discovered Madeleine's bed was empty. The window was open, the shutter raised, and her daughter was gone. The twins were still there, sound asleep, but Madeleine had vanished into the Portuguese night. The Portuguese police response was immediate but flawed. Within hours, the border with Spain was notified. Airports were alerted, but critical mistakes were made in those first precious hours. The crime scene was not properly secured. Over 50 people entered and exited the apartment before forensic teams arrived. Potential evidence was contaminated or destroyed. The McCanns themselves became suspects. In September 2007, for months after Madeleine's disappearance, Portuguese police named Kate and Jerry McCann as official suspects. The theory? That Madeleine had died accidentally in the apartment, and the parents had concealed her body. Sniffer dogs detected what investigators believed were traces of death in the apartment and in a rental car. But British forensic scientists later said the DNA evidence was inconclusive. The Portuguese case stalled. In July 2008, the Attorney General archived the case, citing lack of evidence. The McCanns were cleared. For 3 years, the McCanns funded private investigations. But in 2011, the British government stepped in. The Metropolitan Police launched Operation Grange. Then, in 2020, came a bombshell. German prosecutors announced they had identified a new prime suspect, Christian Bruckner, a convicted child abuser who had been living in the Algarve region in 2007. Bruckner had a history of breaking into hotels and holiday apartments. Phone records placed him near Praia da Luz on the night Madeleine vanished. In 2022, Portuguese authorities formally named Bruckner as an official suspect. In 2024, investigators conducted new searches in Portuguese reservoirs. As of 2025, Christian Bruckner remains the primary suspect. German prosecutors believe Madeleine is dead, but her body has never been found. The internet kept Madeleine's face in the public consciousness for nearly 2 decades, but it also brought conspiracy theories, online harassment, and false sightings that wasted police resources. "19 years, 190 countries searched, £12 million spent by British police alone, and still no definitive answer." Was Madeleine abducted by a stranger? Did she wander off and meet with an accident? Or was the truth something else entirely? The McCanns have never stopped searching. In interviews, Kate McCann has spoken of the pain of not knowing, of the torture of hope. Their twins, who were just 2 years old that night, are now adults. Madeleine would be 22 years old today. Someone, somewhere, knows what happened on that May night in Portugal. The question that haunts millions: will we ever find out?